I'm going to show you the process that I would maybe go through in drawing something in Flash, kind of a cartoon style. I'm going to draw a bulldog. And before I start drawing, I've got a blank stage here with one layer and one frame currently in it. And my stage I've set to 600 by 400 just to kind of fit this video. And I'm going to go to the View menu and go to Snapping. And I'm going to turn off both of everything that's set for snapping so that I have full range in terms of where lines begin and end. Alright, I'm going to start with a circle and I'm going to draw with no fill, a black line, and I'm going to set, so you can see this, my stroke to 3. So we're going to start drawing the head. I'm going to just kind of start with the circle or a slight oval, and then let's do another oval that kind of overlaps this one. And then I'll do another one here. This is going to be the nose. I'm going to come in and just start to get rid of some of these overlapping lines that I no longer need. I'm just selecting and deleting. Let's get rid of this line here. Okay, I'm going to draw in the eyes. And then again, I'm going to get rid of these lines that I don't want. Okay, this is going to be the nose. We're going to just pull it down just a little bit. So I'm choosing the selection tool, just kind of grab points and bend them and mold them a little. Alright, now I'm going to take the eraser tool and just simply cut in the line a little bit. And this will allow me to get rid of any lines I don't want. I'm going to mold that slightly. I want to basically sort of put a similar jawline on the other side here. And I want to make sure I've got the alpha turned on so I don't paint with any fills. And again, just delete the lines I don't want. Okay, I'm going to take a black fill now, and I'm just going to color in the eyes and the nose here. And let's give them some ears. So for the ears, I'm going to draw these off the head a little bit. And I'm going to kind of sketch them in quick with just some lines, like that, and then I'll bend those. This ear's going to fold over a little bit. I'm going to add another line there. I'm going to come in, select all of that, and just kind of move it into place to wherever I want it. And again, get rid of any lines that I don't want. And let's add another ear over here. Let's have a couple of fangs coming up out of the mouth. Kind of fitting that my Rottweiler is barking while I'm drawing a dog. Okay, so there basically is the head. Now what I'm going to do is, for now, take this head, I'm going to select everything by drawing a box around it. I'll go back and redo that. I'm going to take the selection tool, draw a box around it, and I'm going to group it. I'll treat it as an object. So now as I draw other stuff, it's going to go behind it if it's not object oriented or not in object drawing mode. So let's give him body. I'm going to give him kind of a large So I'm going to go back to a fill of none. I'm going to draw a circle for the body. And do another smaller circle. And once again, I'm going to get rid of lines that overlap with the selection tool. Just selecting them, deleting them. I'm going to grab this point and pull it up, and grab this point, pull it down. Now, sometimes what will happen, you'll get this point comes down. I really wanted a smooth line there. So what I can do is take the eraser tool and just simply erase a little bit, and then come over and grab this line on the end point and move it over. I'm going to pull this line up a bit. Let's get rid of this one. And I'm actually going to add another line in here that I'm going to curve. I'm going to begin to mold this a little bit, just kind of shaping it so it doesn't look like it's quite so circular. Alright, now we need to add some legs in. So again, what I'm going to do is select this body. And I'm going to simply group it together. And then I'm going to take the line tool, and I'm just going to kind of sketch in basically his foot. Once again, I'm going to do a little molding here. If you don't like the way something's turned out, you can always just reshape it. Then I'm going to come in and basically select foot. I'm going to unselect, I'm down the shift key and clicking the body and the head. And I'm going to copy and paste that, and I'm going to go to the modify menu and choose transform, flip horizontal, and we'll have his other leg here. It's a little bit big, so I'm going to scale it with the free transform tool. And just so it doesn't look like it's copied and pasted, I might remold this a little bit. What I'm going to do is get rid of this one line. Here, and kind of resize things a little bit, and we need to give some back legs as well. Needs a tail. Bulldogs usually have docked tails, so let's do something kind of like this. Oops. And what I want to do is make sure that I've got a fill of none again. Okay, and then I also need a leg back here, this other back leg, so we'll have it kind of coming forward. Now we're ready to do a little final work on the body. I'm going to select the head and just sort of drag it out of the way. And then I'm going to take the body and ungroup it. That way it'll interact with the lines that I've drawn for the legs. And we're going to start to get rid of some of these lines that are not needed. And I might just add a few more accent lines. And then I'm going to take a fill color, let's do a gray, and just simply begin to fill in. I'm going to select this close large gaps. I'm going to make sure that if I have any small gaps, that they're not going to restrict me from being able to color things in. I'm going to do the same thing over here on the head. I'm going to position it where I want it. I'm going to double click on it so I'm kind of burrowed down into the head since it's a grouped object. That'll gray everything else out, and I can easily come in here, add some color. And I'm going to take white, because I can see that things like the eyes are transparent at this point, so make sure I color those in. I'm going to do the same thing with the fangs. Here's where I might use the eyedropper to go back and quickly select a color if I see a little gap somewhere. And it can also be helpful to zoom in. And you can definitely see where there are some gaps. And you can also see where lines maybe need to be erased. Small lines that might have missed, or perhaps some lines that need to be extended. I'm going to check everything over a little carefully, make sure everything's set as I want. Let's add some eyebrows in here for him. So I'm just going to take a line, bend that, and maybe I'll make that a little bit thicker line. And do the same thing over here, so I'm going to draw it first off, redrawing, and then position it in place. And I'm going to go back to my scene. So I'm working in the group for the head. I'm going to go back to the scene, and let's go back to 100% view. And one thing you might want to do when you have white areas is to select the stage and give it a back color. And then I can see if there's anything that should be white that wasn't. It was on a white background. Okay, so I'm looking at my Bulldog, and there's a couple things I don't like. I don't like the paws. They didn't turn out very well. So I'm going to go back and make some modifications. The nice thing about Flash, it's really easy to do that. So what I'm going to do is take the selection tool. I'm going to come in here. I'm just going to select some lines and begin to delete the area I don't like. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the fill and remove these lines. And I'll take the line tool again, and I want to make these a little bit more squared off. I'll go back and get a line of 3. And what I'm going to do is, so I can get pretty accurate here, is just zoom in. Okay, I like that much better. Or fix this one as well. Okay, I'm going to do this one a little bit differently. I'm going to take the selection tool and basically select what I don't want and delete it. Okay, let's zoom out. And that's looking much better. And I'll go back and get my fill color again with the eyedropper and just simply fill in this area. And I like that much better. So I'm not really happy with this paw. I might want to massage a little bit, but you get the idea of the process that I would go through. One more thing I'm going to do is just to give the character a little more life is I'm going to take a brush or a fill color of white with a brush, and I'm going to come in here to the head, and I'm going to double click on the head. So I'm working now with that grouped object of the head. I'm going to take the brush, get a little bit larger brush. I'm just going to make kind of like a little make a little L shape. And now I'm going to zoom out. Go back to my scene. And there's my Bulldog.